We use our computers at school to connect to the internet every day, but most of us are not exactly sure how this process works. I'm going to take you on a virtual tour of how your school computer connects to the World Wide Web or the internet. Let's start at your school computer. When you are at school, you are part of a very small network or group that includes just our school. This small group of computers and devices at our school is called our LAN, or Local Area Network. We can all hang out here on our LAN and share files, play games, and chat with each other. Picture living in a gated community and having a block party with just your neighbors. That's what our LAN is like. So, if you are sitting at your school computer, the first thing you need to do to get to our LAN is to connect to your computer to a router. The router acts kind of like a post office. Each school computer has a specific address. The router makes sure it sends our documents or mail to the right place. So the router connects your computer to the rest of the school computers and printers and any other device at our school. Instead of connecting to our LAN using a traditional router, you might use our wireless router. The wireless router is really a converter. This blue cable cord connects the traditional router to the wireless router. The wireless router converts the signals the network provider is sending into wireless radio signals. This allows your computer to communicate with the network without actually plugging it into a router box. It's like the difference between a traditional home phone that you would plug into a wall and a wireless phone that you could walk around the house with. Now you can walk around with your laptop. Even though it's great that we can all communicate in our LAN, eventually we want to reach out to a larger group of friends. We want to connect to more LANs. We do this by connecting our LAN to a WAN, or Wide Area Network. A wide area network connects whole areas like countries together. The biggest WAN of all is what we call the internet. To get to the WAN, we need a network provider. The router is going to connect us with our network provider. Basically, we pay our network provider to get us out of our neighborhood or LAN. The network provider is kind of like a toll booth. This cable cord is what connects our LAN to the WAN through our cable company, who we pay the fee to. Now, before we go to the WAN, we have to go through a checkpoint, our LAN's firewall. The firewall is a safety precaution that keeps anonymous computers outside our LAN from accessing our files or information. It also prevents our students from accessing certain inappropriate websites out on the web. The firewall is basically the gatekeeper to your neighborhood's gated community. He makes sure people don't go in who aren't supposed to, and makes sure small children don't wander out onto the street alone. The firewall can also record who is going to what sites and measure how much activity is going on, which helps administrators decide if we need more storage on our network, among other things. It would be like if you had a surveillance camera in your gated community. If a child wandered out, you would get a picture on camera of who it was and which direction he went. Now that we have paid our network provider and gone through the firewall, we are out of our school's LAN and we can decide which way we want to go. We can connect to other LANs and WANs and the largest WAN of all, the internet. These larger WANs connect to each other through various phone lines and satellites, making the whole world seem a lot smaller. I hope you now have a better understanding of how your school computer connects to the internet. Happy browsing!